Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of my Facts and Glitches series, where I showcase some more of what I've learned about GTA 5 in the almost 7,000 hours that I have been speedrunning the game. A viewer named Josh Fusen informed me that on the mission Paleto Setup, if you don't have any ammo to shoot the alarm at the bank, the game will prompt you to go buy some from the local ammunition.
It's a dumb idea, but we could trigger the alarm, see what kind of response they throw out.
That is a dumb idea.
Hey, you heard the man, all right? Shoot the sucker.
You haven't got a gun? There's a gun store down the street.
What you looking for, old-timer? Arming yourself is your civic duty.
Now that you're armed, let's go back to the bank.
While looking into this, I discovered that the game will make sure you always have enough money to buy the ammo. Basically, if you put enough money into stocks during the mission that you go below $500, it will give you $500. As an example, if you have $500 and you buy a stock worth $1, it will detect that you're below $500 and so will give you $500. The result is that you can buy unlimited stocks, because each time you buy some, you will go below $500 and get given more money. Of course, you can only buy a few stocks at a time, but this is technically unlimited stocks. At the end of the mission, you can sell them all to convert them back into currency. I should mention that you can only do this during a playthrough, as the same effect cannot be done in a mission replay. While screwing around in Prologue one day, I found a weird bug.
It ain't supposed to go down like this.
It never is. Come on.
Once this shutter opens, you can gain access to some movable boxes. You can then stand on one of the boxes and take cover on a wall. Eventually you'll see behind you that the other two boxes will despawn, at which point you can look away from the box you're standing on and it too will despawn. For some reason, Trevor will be able to rotate on his center following your camera movements. It is possible to get some really nice spins going. The frame rate of your game has an interesting effect on the beginning of the mission complications. Let me show you the first scene at 30 FPS.
Mr. Kenneth, where are we at financing?
The financing, it seems like a shitty deal.
Now watch that same scene again at 120 FPS, watching the car carefully.
Mr. Kenneth, where are we at financing?
The financing, it seems like a shitty deal.
The higher FPS causes the car to shift a little bit, resulting in Simeon's hand being phased into the top of the car and him not resting comfortably on the car door. Let me now show you 130 FPS.
Mr. Kenneth, where are we at finance?
With FPS above 120, the car slides so much that it causes a mission fail, and this mission fail will occur every single time you retry, making it so you cannot progress. On the mission Minor Turbulence, for some reason, Ron is immune to damage from the police. Not only will he tank all this damage, he will also attempt to take out the police with his fists. If while on a hangout you go and sleep in your safe house, the person you're hanging out with will simply wait all night staring at you.
Franklin, hey kid, how about we hook up for some R&R?
Kinda creepy really. Strangely, NPCs that are sitting down will die from a simple tap.
Trippy, right? Oh, pendejo! Oh yeah, I know the guy there.
Holy man!
On the mission complications, you are required to sneak into Michael's house without alerting his family. Funnily enough, with a silenced pistol, you can shoot certain items in Jimmy's room without alerting him, such as his TV and computer.
Well, you suck Batman's dick. Ooh, slaughter time.
At the shooting range in Ammunition, you can use the take cover mechanic to push the NPCs. The NPCs will then have no issue shooting you in the back of the head until you die. Even after Franklin moves out of Aunt Denise's house, if you sneak around it, he will occasionally text you asking you why you're doing so. Additionally, if you fire rockets at this old safe house, Franklin will text you and respond as if he still lived there. As an aside, if you've ever received a sneaking around text message for another safe house, can you please comment down below? I've never seen one except for this safe house. At the end of the mission Minor Turbulence, you can sit in the back of the plane while it falls and you'll never be thrown out. This will result in a cutscene showing the plane crashing. However, if you approach the back of the plane, the physics change greatly, resulting in your being sucked out the back of the plane as you logically should. This change can lead you to being sucked right through the wall of the plane. A requirement to start the obvious approach for the big score is that you have to deliver a getaway car to a particular garage. If while in this garage, before you drop off the getaway car, you start and end a mission replay, the game gets kind of weird.
So good to see you. So good.
What we waiting for?
Upon returning to the garage, the vehicles will be invisible. Getting in them will put you in a form of out-of-bounds state.
Come on, give it up!
Ouch! Hey, you! Really?
In GTA 5, there are 5 hospitals that you can respawn at should you die outside of a mission. A speedrunner named Setback made a map to show the areas that correspond with each hospital, namely the area where, if you die, you end up respawning at that particular hospital. It might not surprise you to learn that your FPS determines to what extent anything is affected by wind. With this barracks, for example, on the left you see the impact of 120 FPS wind, and on the right you see the impact of 30 FPS wind. The difference is quite stark. While under normal circumstances it is not possible to use Michael's special ability when you're in a car, if when loading into the game or switching characters you press the special ability button at the right time, you'll be able to use it anyway. Just a small fact, on the calendar in Lester's house, the original release date for GTA 5 is marked in red, September 17th, 2013. Did you know that you can do yoga at places other than Michael's home? It is equally as pointless wherever you do it, so the only time I've ever done it on this mountain is specifically for this outro. You're welcome and thank you for watching. If you have any facts or glitches that you think might be interesting to me, feel free to put them on my Discord or DM them to me on Twitter. Best of luck to you all in 2020.